4 though. It says, "Oh, that's you 3 times."
Yeah. Are we? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Now we got it. All right. So I think.
Oh shit! I'm there. Okay, cool.
Don't look. I mean, you look okay, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I tried my best. I worked for half an hour trying to get you to where you needed to be, and it probably didn't work out. But
I don't feel like you did it. I don't think you worked on that at all. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sure.
what do you think? What do you
No, I
think?
think it's your brand. Everything's just a little off.
Oh
But
well,
it worked.
that's totally different. I wouldn't
That's
worry about.
aesthetic. That's a choice. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that. But we've got Top Spot already in here. We haven't even
Oh,
started
thank
Top.
God! Somebody that's not going to murder me.
Top. We're trying to set up here. We're just doing like kind of like a. We've been setting up for days. So maybe, I mean, you could probably go into the story later about this process, and it hasn't been a good process for anybody. But we're trying here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You sound better muted. Is that me or you? Is that Top or is
Am
it?
I muted?
No, am I muted? See, this is what happens if anyone comes on. They just mess with me, and I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, welcome. This is Pixilated Nonsense. I'm your host, Mr. Muller Gaming. This is a live streaming video game vodcast focused on content creators and gamers within this community of beautiful people. Tonight we have a beautiful person on, and that is Trav. Travis Terry, or Trav plays games. And we're gonna be having a really fun little conversation tonight. We're gonna try, at least. Okay. So everyone just snuggle in, and we're gonna have a little convo here. We're live on the YouTube. Then afterwards, after our conversation, we're going to play a Jackbox game, Jackbox Party Pack 3. And I heard that's one of the best ones out there. I haven't played it, but I heard it's one of the best ones. But before we get started, let's crack open a beer. And let me talk about this. I told you earlier when we were in the green room, Trav, that I don't necessarily drink too much. I haven't been drinking much.
Yeah.
And it's
just
more
good for a guy like you.
More
of a school bus,
yeah.
So you should do it. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I have one of my favorite beers, and this is a local one. This is called the Trotwood Lager. The Trotwood Lager is part of the Warped Wing brewing company, and that's local to Dayton, Ohio. Now, Trav, you've had family in this area at one point?
Unfortunately, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you visited this place at one point?
I did a couple times back in the early aughts.
The early aughts. Okay. Well, there is a place here called Trotwood, and it is actually a bad neighborhood. But they made a lager.
Like it would be.
Yeah, they call it Trot Hood around here. The locals do. So, but I'm going to be opening this bad boy up. You have a beer as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just two buds, and we're just going to be hanging out. We're going to be talking about games. We're going to be talking about content creation. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. So let me get this opened up here. But first,
hey, aren't you a doctor? Why you still Mr. Mullet on here?
Oh, that's cold. Am I a doctor? I don't count that anymore. It was a mistake. It was a big mistake. And I think so. That's one thing. We kind of are the same person here, man. We're very.
Oh, I thought this. I meant about yours. I like mine. I think I. Oh. Okay. Yeah, yours. Can't believe you did that.
I can't either. But well, I just scratched it. I was just gonna say, we're both very handsome. We're both well endowed, and we both have our doctorate. But
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3. I guess Doctors Without Boundaries. That's what Top says here.
Ha!
The Doctors Without Boundaries. So.
No, I get it. I get it. That's good.
All right.
Say it in French though. That's how you have to search that thing online.
Yeah.
Doctors Without Borders it's a French.
French, yes. Yeah, and you did you actually did work with them at one point to a degree as far as setting up a charity.
Yeah, I called up their president and we had a meeting. I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to raise a paltry 4K. And they said, sure. And we did. So
and that was amazing. So we're gonna get.
Oh, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
There was a lot
of
fun.
So.
Yeah. So
and we do good.
We do good things. So let's get into our first segment. It's Fact or Fiction. Fact or Fiction. I usually have a stream deck here, but I never get it to work well. So
I'm seeing that to be a trend with your interactions with most technology. You aren't able to get it to work well.
No.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So, anyway, Fact or Fiction, let's start off. Betty, this is about you. We're going to talk about you because we know how you like to talk about you. And, we're just going to go from there.
Okay.
Does that work? So, Fact or Fiction, you beat the video game Kid Chameleon.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
That's a fact. True fact.
Okay, so I like to talk about difficulties in video games. So one of the things is that game is pretty challenging.
Yeah.
So how many hours do you feel like you spent in that game just to legitimately beat it? Because I've been
20.
About 20. Okay. So that's
about a 20-hour learn.
Yeah. So that is actually, that suffices for some of these old games. Generally, if you just sit down and there's no difficulty whatsoever, you could probably get through the game in 30 minutes to 45 minutes. But no, they don't do that with these old retro games, which I love them and hate them at the same time, just because of the amount of time you have to put into them. But we've done, didn't you do Ghouls and Ghosts as well? One of those hard ones.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah. I did Ghosts and Goblins for the SNES, or the other one. I don't know. I get them mixed up. But regardless, I did both. I'm
confused.
I did both.
The NES one.
I did the NES one and I did the SNES one. And when you're going through these games, buddy, I mean, they just take a part of your soul with you. And I know the feeling because
you become one with them.
You have to become one with them.
Trauma bond.
Yeah. So it was traumatic, but you got through it. So at one point, did you experience Stockholm syndrome with this?
I feel like that always happens with those games, but I wouldn't keep playing it if it wasn't having fun. They don't have.
Were
to be
you having
games.
fun though?
I think so. I think I really, especially with Chameleon, I like the game. It's the only thing about it that I don't like, and it's the thing that makes it hard, is that it's hard to figure out where you need to go to get to the next level. Like there's routes through the game. You can exit through multiple doors, and if you don't pick the right one, you could be screwing yourself over. So it takes a long time to learn that part. And it's not the game itself that's as hard as it is just figuring out the route to take to get through it the easiest.
Yeah. So that's one thing that has really intimidated me about that game is the routes to take. So I don't know. Your honest opinion as a fan of retro hard games, is that one of them that you feel like I should take on?
I think so. It does have like a unique loop. If you you're a bit of a masochist, you like some of these older, more difficult games. They're
yes.
You know what you're getting into. I'm not trying to sell you on the experience of overcoming a difficult game. That's already fun. And the game itself, it has a lot of unique things going for it. I mean, graphically, it's okay. It's the music's okay. But then you're dealing with the whole puzzle of picking the right hat for the right situation, right? And there's a lot of really cool. You become a tank.
Oh,
you can shoot lasers. You can fly on a spaceship through the screen later in the game. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, it's got a lot to offer, but it is like sitting down to play through it to get like a full good run is 2 hours. So it's not a short game. Even
Oh, okay.
it takes a long time to get through it.
I see.
Yeah. So if you get like near the end and you run out of lives or continues and you've sunk 2 hours, it could really sack you. It could really, really sting, get a lot of heartburn.
I see.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Fact or Fiction, you hold the high score record in your town at the arcade for Mrs. Pac-Man. Is that a fact or fiction?
That's a fiction since we don't have an arcade.
All right. So here, let's talk about the arcades. Now, did your area ever have an arcade?
So where I grew up, yes.
So let's talk about where you grew up. So you're in Appalachia.
Appalachia.
You're in the Virginia part of it, but you're kind of, would you say you're more positioned in the backwoods, or are we?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I've got, this is my yard behind me.
I see that. Yeah. I'm glad you shared with that.
Specifically southwestern space, Virginia.
Okay.
Oftentimes you'll say that and people will say, oh, West Virginia. No, that's a different place.
Mm-hmm.
Similar, homogenous and geographically, but there are a lot of differences. But yeah, I'm in the armpit of Virginia.
Now, would you say that's the armpit of the country?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that.
Maybe Florida?
Oh, that's just like the unwashed dangle dong.
Dangle dong. Yeah, I got you. So your area never really had an arcade, or
no, it did. Where I grew up in a small town, but we had a duplex theater in our small town, and it had arcade machines. That's where I saw like Street Fighter, Streets of Rage, pinball machines, Galaga. Mortal Kombat. The first time I played Mortal Kombat was there, and it went away. Probably after 2000, 2001 is when the theater could no longer pay for itself and became an indoor archery range.
Really? Wow. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's fitting.
Sure. Yeah.
Fitting for your area. So,
a lot of archers running around needed archery practice. Inside archery practice at that, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Well, awesome. All right. Fact or fiction, Trav? You still have not beaten Final Fantasy VII.
That is so fact. Yeah,
I knew it. I was going to get you because every 3 or 4 episodes that you talk about that, and I know it hurts you, buddy. I know it really hurts you.
It does. I honestly think about it more than you would believe, and I don't know where the memory card is that has my game on it up until the very end. So if I beat it, I might be starting to get over. Which wouldn't feel good.
I mean, I was actually considering. I was stuck for like 3 days in Shining Force 2, and I was considering starting the whole game over. And I was like halfway through the game, and I was like, nah. I gave it like a day, and I came back to it, and you know what? I vanquished that battle, and we did it.
Nice. That's a good game.
It is a good game. I am enjoying it. Now, this is an upcoming video, so it's a spoiler alert which really no one cares, but I'm just going to talk about it just because we're going to. But I'm doing a review on it, but I'm catching. What I like to do is I like to catch the footage, right? And I like to beat the game in order to get my opinion on it. And
of course,
that's probably the same for you. But we're going to get into a few more questions regarding some of the ventures that you've been on with gaming reviews and stuff like that. So,
sure.
Okay. Lastly, fact or fiction, we have met before in real life.
It's a sad fact. It's a sad fact. I've laid arms on you. I even hugged you and pretended to have fun with you. It was a whole thing.
And I gave you a back rub, and
you did.
I had fun doing it, but
honestly, I was into that. That was the best thing that knowing you has brought me, was a very brief, extremely sexualized, very breathy, and damp neck massage.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know if you were out of breath from coming upstairs or downstairs, but you were. I could feel it on my bald spot. It's a lot of breath.
Yeah.
Oh, good though.
Did our best. I did our best. So
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm happy. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's move into our next section, and that is our tough questions. And so if you thought those questions were tough, these are gonna be hard. All right, buddy. So,
Okay. I did not think that those were very easy questions about
oh,
my life. So
oh,
yeah, those are pretty easy.
oh,
Ratchet it up. Let's get it going. Scald
okay.
me, baby.
All right. So here we go. Here we go. So, you've 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 done a few podcasts in your life.
Unfortunately.
Okay. So let's go over all of these in depth to a degree. Okay.
Okay.
Because we are limited on time. But you, sir, are involved with a handful of podcasts. A few are on a consistent basis, many are on an inconsistent basis, but I get it. But so the one podcast that I frequently listen to is going to be the Polykill. Okay, so but you've been doing that for well over 10 years now. That's
I
crazy
know.
to me.
I agree. Yeah, it's nuts.
That
Nuts.
that's crazy. You've created a whole community based on it. Maybe I don't know if you consider this group of rascals a community, but no, they're good people.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, definitely a community for sure.
a cult,
A cult, as Top Spot says, a cult of rascals.
the
Sure. Yeah,
cult
yeah,
of
yeah.
rascals. So so I do want to focus on that. So let's go way back. So this is well over 10 years. So you started this and you had another individual on, Jake, right? And was it
That's right.
basically his idea from what I
Yeah, it was his idea. I had never listened to a single podcast in my life. It sounded like
really?
a boring thing boring people would do.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "You want to start a podcast?" And I
Mm.
was like, "Dude, I'd love to. What is it?" And
Mm-hmm.
then he's like, "Yeah, you just talk and I record it." And I was like, "That sounds wonderful and super easy to do. We should do that." And
Mm-hmm.
we did. So
Okay.
that's how it started. That was literally how it started. Yeah.
So really the makeup of it is you talk about games, basically the ones that you're playing, you're beating, and we kind of had the discussion not too long ago when we were setting up on Tuesday that it's just a running documentation of the games that you're playing and beating, and maybe if you want to revisit it and go back and listen to your specifically opinion on it. But it's turned into a lot more of a community based thing where people write in on the games that they're beating, and you read it, and everybody goes hee, they read me on a podcast. So, but it kind of reminds me of, and I don't know if this was the initial idea of it. It's just like the kind of like the call in radio shows, so to speak. Um, you remember
Yeah.
radio shows and stuff like that.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking of like the talk of Akron, right? In Akron, Ohio, where I grew up. WNIR, right? If you're familiar with that.
Oh, the Ner.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah,
that what they called it?
I don't know. I just remember the catchy jingle that they had. So all those old radio stations in the 80s and 90s, they had that
What's the
catchy.
jingle? Do you know it?
Uh, the talk of Akron, WNIR.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
There we go.
All right.
So, I think that's fun, right? There's a lot of
Yeah.
fun that goes on with that, and I'm assuming that if you don't read someone's thing, they get upset. Or have you ever experienced that? Or
No, not really.
oh, that's
At the
good.
same time, though, I don't pull them though. But when Blink came on, that became his
His job.
task order.
That
Because before, believe it or not, Jake edited all the podcasts, and then when he left, I took that over. And so I was like, I'll do this part if you can pull the beat tweets and stuff. So that was, you know, that was the big trade off. But
mm-hmm.
no, I don't think people get upset. I think people understand that there's a lot of them, and they
Yeah,
try
and
our
that's
best.
good, especially for a content creator. They top never read mine. Blah 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 blah. Okay, get over
That's
yourself.
fiction. That is fiction.
That is fiction. So, but with that said, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, it's a great venture that you've been on for over 11 years or almost 11 years.
Yeah.
And so anything that generally came up based off of the podcast. I mean, I think the one big thing is you met a lot of interesting people, and let's get to these people because there's a lot of weirdos, perhaps sexual predators or something like
Oh,
that have joined. Was that the intention? When you wanted to create a community to attract weirdos and stuff like that to your group, or
there's a weird setup there. No, it was not. There was no intention to attract sexual predators. I just want to be clear about that. That was never a goalpost for us here at PK headquarters. No, it was the idea of a community. I never really thought about how that would ever work. I didn't know that could be a thing either. I didn't
mm,
even know how you got people to listen who weren't your friends, that you forced it on when you first started doing it.
mm-hmm,
And Diego Avila
mm-hmm,
in the Discord, he's
mm-hmm.
not around as much as he used to be. He's got 12 kids.
Hey,
Uh,
man, if you have fun pumping them out, might as well, right?
that's a way to. That's yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's more. I think that's more of his. Might want to ask his wife how she feels about that. I'm sure he has tons of fun pumping them in, pumping them out. That's not him. That's
Oh.
not him.
Ah. Okay.
Anyway,
Well, yeah,
he
yeah. Oh, anyway, yeah.
we were like 8 episodes in, and which is a lot, honestly, when you have not heard from anyone else. We weren't a part of any community. We were just firing them off and sitting around. And then one guy emailed us and was like, "Hey, just found this podcast. It's great." And we were like, "Wow, one guy." The stats showed
Wow.
there were more, but there was one who we could name, and it
Actually
was
reached
somebody that we
out.
didn't know from somewhere else, and that was really cool. And then because of him, he was like, "You guys should check out the Cartridge Club."
Ah.
And so we did, and we ended up becoming a part of the Cartridge Club,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how we met a good number of people right out of the gate, and a lot of people that we're still really good friends with in the podcast space. And
Mm-hmm.
that was really what jump started the idea of a community, was being a part of one, and it was a
Wow.
really good one to be a part of. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And so also, excuse me. Jeez, this is going through me. Uh, I try not to be very unprofessional, but
Do
it
you really?
happened. Yeah, I
Be
don't know.
honest with me. Do you really try?
Well, it's not hard.
Okay.
Anyway, so you have a few others too. So let's go over those. Let's
Okay.
go over those. So you have a drunk friend.
I do.
So
His
is
name's
that
Alex.
you have a drunk friend in Alex? So Alex is SNES drunk and very talented content creator with the SNES drunk series, obviously. But
Yeah.
I'm curious, how did that start? How did that transaction?
Yeah. I think I, like a lot of people that are in the Discord and discovered Drunk Friend, I was just a huge SNES Drunk fan.
Yeah, absolutely. We all
Watched
are.
a ton of his content. I remember catching him near the beginning. He had like about 100 subscribers, and I remember watching one of his videos, admiring how good it was,
Mm-hmm.
and also being mad that I didn't think of the name SNES Drunk first. I thought it was genius. I was like, "Oh man!"
Wow.
Looking back, I think we both think that maybe not the best name for longevity's sake, but
Hmm.
it's a brand at this point.
It
And
is.
and so I was a fan of his and I watched his videos for a long time, and I started doing this side series on Polykill called Collect Call, where I would have interviews similar to this with people typically outside of the Cartridge Club community. Actually, I don't know why that was, but there's only, I guess, so many people that had collections and wanted to talk about them. But that was the whole thing, was like almost like a Pat Contry Ian type thing, where we just talk about what's the state of collecting, what's your collection like, what are some of your holy grails, what's unique
Mm.
about what you do, what are some tricks of the trade and things like that. And it wasn't just video games. There was we had Dean on. Dean talked about all of the memorabilia that he has, and this was before he even got into books. And so I thought, whether he's a collector or not, SNES Drunk is still a giant resource to people who do collect and play old school games.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm on the fence about buying something, I'll see if it is specifically Super Nintendo. I'll see if Alex has reviewed it. I still do that to this day. And so I had a lot of admiration. So I had him on, and so I was able to connect with him. And then during the pandemic, when everyone was still using Twitter, you remember that? Remember Twitter? Remember Twitter? Uh, he, much like a lot of lonely other white people, maybe specifically males across the country, were saying, I should start a podcast. I've been home for a week. I should start a podcast. He wanted to start a podcast. And he said, I want to, and that was a tweet he blasted out. And then I responded with, oh, I think Musty, Hobbit, our good pal Musty, either he came up with the name or he was there to sort of facilitate this thing.
You need a facilitator.
But I responded to it. I was like, we should start one and call it Drunk Friend. Because at this point I had just started Nest Friend. It had been around maybe like a year or so. And I'd had a brief interaction with Alex about that. Like I'd sent him a video early and was like, hey man, I know this is kind of what you do. And I'm not really trying to ape what you're doing, but you are certainly an inspiration. Do you have like thoughts or feedback on this? And he was very gracious. Wow. And so after that tweet, when I responded, I was like, we should call it Drug Friend. He literally just starts messaging me. He's like, all right, great, sweet. So this is what I was thinking for the podcast. So like, I don't even know if he like got the joke part that I was going for. He was like, oh, a guy wants to do a podcast with me. Here's my idea.
So it's just, it just happened like that. That's amazing.
And I was like, oh, hi, I'm Travis. Like I don't even think he really knew who I was. We had interacted very minimally on the internet, but we didn't have like the friendship that we have now, obviously.
Yeah. So Burger Champ says the lesson here is stalking is good. So it looks like that.
Stalking is good? Who said that?
Burger Champ.
Yeah, no, it does pay off. It does pay off.
Okay. That's good to know. I'm getting notes down here because
I will say Alex he surrounds his compound with a ton of motion detecting lights. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. He had 2 dogs at the time. It was tough to get in there.
Oh wow.
But I got him.
So I mean, and that's been going on, you have well over 100 episodes, let's put it that way. And that's continued. Yeah. But now when you guys started now what's that?
169.
Oh my gosh, you have to just stay with that.
It's just all of the rest of
the rest of them are just 169, 169A, 169B, etc. No, I got you.
That would really upset Vyar.
Oh yeah,
and many other train enthusiasts.
I got you. So yeah, I mean that's crazy. I didn't realize. I just thought that you had been connecting, for years and years and years, and it's not just a random. Hey, you want to start this together with some random guy off the internet? I guess this is how all of this is now. I mean, this is where we're
random guys on the internet, if you pick the right ones, can lead to promising opportunities. Some others will lead to kidnapping and maiming of your corpse. So you got to be careful. Okay. I got lucky, but that's a lesson, kids. Don't just hook up with any guy on the internet willing to treat you to a good time online.
Right, and I'm happy you said it because this is a family friendly show. It always had. It always has been.
You're telling me I can't say F words and things of the like?
Well, I don't. That's up to you. I mean,
I would say that around my family. So in theory,
I'm not a trusted source and a trusted guy on the internet. That's true. I'm not trusted. Blink says that the collect call is how he found Polykill. So
interesting, but I could believe that.
So, and that's just with the interview, kind of something similar to what we're doing. But Trav, this is a vodcast. This is a little bit different than a podcast, if you understand. That's what the generation Z is into. So I'm trying to get some of the younger, more, I'm trying to be hip.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So that's. It boggles my mind. It boggles my mind that happened with Alex, and it's such a fantastic podcast too because you bring people on. You've gotten was it Dan Hess?
Yeah, Dan. I was just thinking about Dan Hess earlier. I had the Pilot Wings soundtrack was on earlier today, and
that's like, crazy.
I believe I chatted with Dan Hess. Hess. It's led to cool things like that. The guy who's the fellows who made some of the Jalico games back in the day, and we got to talk to Summoning Salt.
Summoning
Got
Salt, yes, that's a big
yeah.
name.
Michael Pachter, that was a big one. Yeah, a lot of really cool opportunities. Yeah, we've kind of simmered on that a bit because it takes a long time to rope up people and talk to them, and our schedules haven't been so reliable. But it would be great to get back to doing that because
I
that was fun.
understand. Dan Hess. Dan Hess is the composer for Pilot Wings movies, Pilot Wings 64,
Following
and
64,
he's going to
yeah.
go off on 64 how he hates it. So,
Oh,
and then I don't put these on podcasting because I have to pay for it. I
yeah,
just
it
do it
ain't
on you.
cheap.
Yeah, it's not cheap, so I just do that this way. So let's move on. You have a few others, and we've got Goosebumps.
Yeah.
So, uh, so go over that a little bit. What are you doing with that? We've got Goosebumps. There's a few Goosebump fans
Oh, you got a
here.
few bumpers in the crowd, a little
And
bumpers.
actually, R.L. Stein is from my part of the area, Columbus, Ohio.
That's right. That's
And
right.
and
Somebody said that following 64 was mid. Can you ban people from the chat? Do you have that ability? Or
I don't see that here.
oh, maybe I misread it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Goosebumps. So our good pal Dylan.
Yep.
Uh,
He,
Dylan
he looks
and
like the
I.
angry cat all the time. He looks like that
Uh,
angry cat.
he's
He's got that scowl going on.
he's a bit of a Tasmanian devil. That guy.
And he might be on here in a few months. So
Oh, get him on here. He's fun.
him and Pam.
He he and I hit it off when he joined the Discord. I don't like the cut of that guy's jib, and we ended up becoming sort of friends. And kind of chatting. Excuse me, chatting about like horror books and writing, and we had a lot of similarities in like what we consumed as in childhood. And he's also, Dylan won't ever admit to this. He doesn't. Really, he's a great writer, especially for like short story, short form horror fiction. He has a couple of publications out that are kind of hard to get. He's very modest about it, but they're really good. You should check them out. But that I was like, you've got a great mind for literature, and he does sort of have that. Um, you know, both in terms of just what he consumes, and he's got like a good historical feel for it, and he's got a great memory for it. So it's easy for him. He can just read these books and then just sit down and talk about each chapter in detail. Of course, we keep notes, but he almost doesn't need them. He has like that kind of memory for narrative and arc and plot that I don't have. I'm taking like copious notes. But he's great as a podcast host on that because he kind of got what I wanted to go for. I didn't want it to be, obviously, we're reading children's books written 30 years ago.
Uh-huh.
They're not scary and they're not great if you look through them like through a modern lens or even through like a mature adult lens.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to compare them all to themselves. And I still wanted to be like make it like a fun sort of positive, just riffing on what the stories are and not using it as an opportunity to dunk on these things that are so easily dunkable on.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been kind of fun to kind of fit your mind into what would a consumer in the late 90s, what would they appreciate about these stories. And it's been really fun to go through those. And it's got a lot of the bumpers, as we call them, don't really seem to frequent our Discord.
Hmm.
But we do get a good amount of listenership, and there are a lot of people that I think aren't associated necessarily with the Discord who enjoy that podcast, which we find out via email, which is always weird when we find out there's like a pocket of people you're unaware of that are consuming what you put out when you're
Wow.
used to like having it in the Discord, just kind of being like, these are the people that would ever take a chance on this. So Goosebumps has expanded it because it's outside of the gaming sphere, right? We're no longer in Polykill world. This is reaching other areas of the world. So
Wow. That's
it's interesting. It's a different group of people that listen to that.
it's impressive. The only mail I get is hate mail from Top. So
That's good. You need that. Top, keep that up.
mm-hmm.
Make it more hateful. I think it needs to be hatefuler.
Absolutely. Yeah. So there's actually voice acting right in these podcasts.
I don't know if I'd go that far. We do voices.
Okay.
Is that
Well,
voice
I
acting?
think you do. I think you do really well. And an interesting fact about Dylan, I had to at Polycon, I had to prop him up. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he was kind of he had he was feeling well for obvious reasons, but I had to prop him up. But
Yeah.
boy, he's a hell of a guy, though. Hell of a guy.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then you have Uncle Doug's DVD bin.
Oh yeah, that's with my guy Kev.
You have, and then so you watch some movies.
Yeah, we got a season coming up soon. We're actually going to start
So
recording
here's a
tomorrow
plug.
night.
Here's a plug.
Tomorrow night for the new
Tomorrow
season.
night.
Can't tell you what the movies are because Uncle Doug is very protective of what goes in and out
And
of the bin. But yeah, that one's a good one. So the whole shtick is there's an Uncle Doug.
mm-hmm.
He's real, by the way, and he's mine and Kev's quote unquote uncle. We call him Uncle Doug. We're not familial.
Okay.
He's a non-familial uncle. He's kind of like just an uncle that makes you uncomfortable and gives you weed before you're 15. You know,
Good.
that kind of uncle.
Yes, I understand.
He actually, his house is in the picture back here. This is where
There it
Uncle Doug
is.
lives. Yep. The bin is actually that oven.
Mm.
Actually, no, it's this oven, and that's where they're stored. And so, yeah, that's the thing. We're basically pulling a bin or a DVD out of the bin. He has a reaction to it. Uncle Doug has a whole narrative arc through every season, through every episode. There's always some drama around Uncle Doug, and then we get to the movie itself, and
Mm-hmm.
then sometimes we have guests on, etc. But that one's been a lot of fun. Every pair of two white men has thought about doing a movie podcast. It's the easiest, lowest bar of entry into podcasting. And I mean, I'm sure, Mullet, you probably have started two, maybe three movie podcasts in your life. Even Blink started one or two. He's never even watched a movie. It's just a natural progression
Well, yeah.
of manhood.
I think I just set up like a camera in front of me and to start talking about movies, but I don't necessarily do anything with it. Now, here's a thing that might not be out there that you can maybe look into is like old pornographic movies and talk about that. Do you think that's out there?
As a podcast?
Yes.
I'm certain that our friend Jay listens to them. And maybe has been on a couple of them.
Wow.
I don't know if that would be for me. I don't know that I would enjoy talking to someone else about them. I feel like that would be like a personal pleasure. So maybe it's a solo podcast. Maybe it's like Serial.
So you're saying that you've never watched another pornographic film with a man before? You've never done that before?
No, I always have my own setup. I don't need to go to someone else. I don't need to have someone else over to enjoy it. No, I don't couch co-op the porn. That is a solo activity.
All right. Well, at least we got that out of the way. Good. And then you have, I'm blanking on the name, but with Caleb.
That's Tales of the
Lesser Medium. Yes, that's right. So you actually, and this is a very interesting concept for a podcast. You take a video game series or a video game, and then you basically add your own little twists and story to it, and go through that.
Yeah, we take the story of the game in as pure of a form as we can get it, while still making it entertaining, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And then we expand on it a little bit with, I mean, I would say 80 to 90% of it is the story, and then we add our own little fun. But that one does have a lot of quote unquote voice acting and characters and things.
Yes, very good.
Permeated. Yeah. And it's so much fun to do. And Caleb's so good at sort of understanding where I'm going with any humor. So it's kind of a natural flow of things. But unfortunately, they take so goddamn long to put together because you have to, unless there's some good guides online that you can riff from. If you're trying to get about 30 to 40 pages of script for an episode like that, it takes a long time to go through dialogue. And, I'm going to GameFAQs and looking up, like just pulling out the game script on an old text file. Like I'm looking for a murderer from 1912. It's wild, dude. It takes a lot of work.
Wow. Yeah, it takes a lot of work, and all of this takes a lot of work. Even going back to your content creation when it comes to the Nest Friend, I know you're here and there with it, but you were very consistent for several years, and kind of, I think you would say probably how I am now with my YouTube stuff, which I'm sure will burn out soon, but I don't know. But anyway, you've been doing that for a little bit, and you kind of take that concept of the SNES drunk, and you do like a little snippet of a review for the NES game. Now, I will say, here comes a little fanboy of mine here. Okay, I will say that I first discovered you through Nest Friend on YouTube, and I was watching a lot of your videos, and I saw this. I saw it up here, and it was the podcast, the Polykill, that you would have at
Yeah.
the end of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I said, oh, well, maybe I'll listen to it. And at the time, I was driving a lot for work, so I put it on. I would listen to it, and then all of a sudden, it's like, maybe I should do something. This guy seems like he has my mind.
Oh,
This
really?
this guy seems like he he would understand me, and
Nice.
I would understand him.
I feel
You
I'm
feel,
almost offended by that. But no, keep going. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's like, well, how do we get this started? So I had to do something with Tweeter at the time, and I set up a Tweeter account, and
Oh,
then I did the Discord. I joined the Discord because buddy, you make some good stuff. I really enjoy your
I
content.
appreciate that.
This is coming from the heart here. This is coming from the heart. I enjoy your content. I think you do a really good job with stuff. And regardless of, what's going on in life and stuff like that, if you need to take a break from things, do that. But, you have good stuff
Oh,
and
thank you.
you're doing a good job. But I think what I really enjoy about Nest Friend is just um how it gets to the point of everything, right? You don't have to do and that's the same thing with SNES Drunk too. But you have just the game, what it is, what's going on with it, and you could wrap it up in under 10 minutes, which is fantastic. So thanks to you, this is why I'm here, and I apologize to a lot of people, and I will continue to apologize. But uh, thanks, Trav. Thank you
Oh,
for
yeah.
everything. So I didn't put it up here on the thing, but Nest Friend, very good content. There's a ton of videos out there. I don't know. You have well over 150, I would say, at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I think I keep the folders numbered, so I think we're approaching 192.
Wow, that's amazing because it's not easy putting all this stuff together.
No, and when I say that number out loud, it's kind of unbelievable, but I guess it has been almost 8 years,
Yeah,
right?
but
So
and it seemed like at one point you were coming out with a lot of stuff weekly. I mean, when you were,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's
I mean,
really hard to
again,
do.
a lot of that is well, before I started, I had a backlog. I had made like 8 videos before I even started, so I had like 2 month
Hmm.
breathing room, which was super helpful out of the gate, and that carried me for like 2.5, 3 years, staying ahead of schedule. But then life gets in the way, right? And also, your interests wane. I mean, between then I've done all kinds of shit. I've been in different job situations and scenarios, and
Hmm.
started pod or comedy and improv and a lot of things that took up my time. And my kids getting older, and she's doing more
We're
extracurriculars. So
getting old, buddy, and
we're getting old,
when you
man.
see kids grow at the same time and going through all of this, it's crazy. But hey,
Uh,
this is the perfect segue to your comedy and your
mm,
improv, and this is great because really recently, and I would say within the last 4 to 5 years, you've gotten involved in stand-up comedy and improv, and you were in an improv group. Actually, here I have one of these things up here that I have slides. I have slides of you
slides
and
of
your
me.
improv group.
Oh
The
yeah,
improv group is
that's
now, is it the Big Dick or the Big Lick? No, it's the
what's clearly Big
big
Lick.
big dick. No, Big Lick. There we go.
No, lick,
Lick,
lick.
lick, lick, lick.
Yeah.
The Big
So
Lick
so
conspiracy.
the city where I do this, Roanoke, its name before it was Roanoke was Big Lick. I think it's a geographical or geological reference.
Uh huh.
So I think a lick is something. I don't know, but thank God they don't call it that anymore. But because that was its former name, and many things around the city are referred to as Big Lick this or Big Lick that. Big Lick Conspiracy was a fun enough name for an improv troupe, so that's why it's called that. But yeah, it's a group. Let's say there's 8 of us now, 8 of us in the group.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Now I remember listening to the podcast, and You were going through your venture of um, I just kind of getting involved with improv in general, and I think you were in the process of going to classes, right? So you did
Yep,
improv classes.
I did. I did. I took one. Actually, Jake and I both took one. Well, to back up some,
Okay,
I
let's back up.
I wanted to. If you want the full
Yes.
arc of this,
Yeah.
you got me on here for another what 4 or 5 hours. I might as well fill it up.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
I well, I've always, I think the podcasting proves that, I've always had kind of an itch to perform more specifically entertain through humor. And I really wanted to do stand up for pretty much all of my life. Just always wanted to try, but
Really.
just didn't know, it, one thing it kind of uh, was in direct opposition of the professional life that I was also carrying out and trying to have. So it wasn't like an easy way to do it. I didn't know where you could do it around here. I didn't know the people. I just didn't know how it worked, and I think like a lot of people, I was just a little too meager to try it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had an idea. I remember exactly where I was. I was in the waiting room to get my eyes checked. I had an eye appointment, and it
Oh.
just hit me out of nowhere. I was like, I bet someone offers improv classes. That would probably get me to a point where I could feel better about being more loose on stage or just in front of people in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be a good way to do it. And so I Googled, I found the first name that popped up was Amy Trowell. She teaches acting in Roanoke, formerly Big Lick.
Big lick. There you go.
And I emailed her and was like, hey, I'm interested or whatever. And so I didn't, because I'm a wimp, I didn't want to do it by myself. So I wrangled Jake into it. And so me and Jake went for a couple classes. Then I wanted to go again. So I took some more classes. And then I wanted to go again. So I took some more classes. And she's also the director of the improv troupe.
Okay.
And so at the end, like the day after my very last class, and we actually the last class we did like a performance for our friends and family. So it was cool. That was like maybe the first time I got to be entertaining on stage.
Mm-hmm.
The very next day, the world shut down for the pandemic, and so there's
Mm.
like no more classes, right? And so like a whole year goes by, and I try to converse with Amy, and I think we did a few online improv things. A few people in the Discord joined in on that, just because I just needed to get more of it. I loved it. Well, I think I bugged her enough where she was like, "Hey, do you want to just come to one of our rehearsals? Because I can't do classes right now." And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, I'd love to." And then I went, and they never asked me to stop coming. So that was like
No, they
they
didn't.
just put me in the troop.
They didn't ask
But
you
I
to
did. I
stop
had a nice
coming.
ramp
There
up.
you
I
go.
had like I had like 8 months of pandemic to practice before we did a show. So it was a safe, I guess, a safe promotion from her to be like, well, we got 8 months. We can get him up to snuff. So
Yeah. So, who are some of your comedic influences? You say you wanted to do stand up your whole life. So, who are they?
yeah, man. So some random ones when I was young. I really liked Rita Rudner. My mom
Yeah.
recorded her HBO special. My mom was huge into stand-up comedy. My mom was big into watching stand-ups, and my dad was just funny. He didn't like watching other people. He was just a
Mm-hmm.
funny guy. And I think he was the reason I wanted to be funny too, because I saw what it did for him. Super charismatic. Everybody loved my dad. Super funny.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I love that was kind of that seems magnetic. I want to try that. And I think I have it too. It's great.
uh,
And so I watched her special a lot. It sucks to say now, but there's a Bill Cosby special from the 80s that I watched a ton.
oh, yeah.
His humor influenced me. Unfortunately, that's all. I mean, thankfully, that's all that did.
That
But
we didn't know.
yeah, we didn't know, right? But it was a good special. And the Eddie Murphy Raw, like a lot of that stuff. And then I watched SNL through the '90s. That
Yes, the SNL
obviously
from the
influenced it a
'90s.
ton. Yeah, so but it was mainly stand-ups for me. I watched a lot of Comedy Central back during high school years,
Mm.
and just every Friday, Saturday night watching like the 6 or 7 hour, half-hour specials that they would wrote back to back, and basically watching them to the point that I could memorize them. Um, which is kind of sad, but that's how it worked.
Wow. So
Yeah.
so a lifelong passion, it seems like. So that's awesome to know. So you were doing the improv classes, and then so the improv classes came first, and then you went into stand up. Is that correct?
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to do stand up from the start. And I told Amy that, and she was like, "Well, there's some similarities, and the improv's not going to prepare you for everything, but it might get you comfortable on stage, sure." And
Yeah.
there's a guy in the improv troupe who actually runs open mics. He joined a little bit after me, so I was talking to Kevin about it. Kevin was like, I'd like to get back into stand up. I was like, well, dude, it'd be great if you came to this open mic with me. Because again, I'm a wimp and I can't do anything by myself. So if you could come out, we'll both do like 5 minutes. I don't know what the experience is like. I'm a little intimidated by it. Come on out. So he did, we did. And I did 5 minutes. Actually, Burger Champ and Michelle, I believe, are in the crowd for that. They were in town. So they
Mm-hmm.
came out and watched. I was super nervous. I had my keys in my pocket. This was in January of 2023. So this was a couple years after I'd started improv.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my keys in my pocket and I was nervous and I kept smacking my thigh. So it was just this constant jingling. So my camera picked all that up. So it sounds like an old prospector coming down the lane. Got some laughs. I invited a few friends. You kind of want to do that to start. It's like, it sounds like a bad idea. Like you're going to make your friends watch you fail.
Mm-hmm.
But if you remember, your friends you've made them laugh to the point that you believe you can do this. This is their fault.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to laugh. They like you, so it helped. And then after I literally walked off stage, and someone in the crowd took down my name, and that started it for me. I got booked for a
Wow.
show, and it was I won't say, I think it was like a weirdly quick success. Just the right person was there that night and took down my name. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
Burger Champ says it was a great show. So that's coming from the source.
That's great. If I go back and watch that video now, I want to kill myself. It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard to watch that.
It,
Yeah.
it is hard to watch. So,
But
speaking
thank you,
of
Burger.
speaking of the mindset, so there's differences between stand up and improv.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Excuse me. So that was improv right there.
Yeah, well,
So, and we were talking a little bit about that. So, improv is essentially, what we're doing, right?
it's a conversation.
It's a conversation, and
Yeah.
that's basically what the improv classes were. You walk in the first day, and they said improv is a conversation, and then
No one said that actually.
you're
I'm the only one
good.
that's ever said it.
You're good.
Actually, fun fact: my first improv uh, class or whatever, I was the only one who showed up. So it was just me and Amy talking for like 45 minutes, and
Oh,
she didn't even let me pay. She was like, "That one's free,
wow.
whatever." But in a sense, though, that it was a conversation. I mean, any conversation you have with a stranger, you're improvising your next line. There are certain rules you're kind of going by in terms of like asking someone how they're doing or whatever, replying in kind. Um, but it's sort of a transactional approach that way. But we all know yes and right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's all it is: accepting gifts, creating gifts, and building towards something and making it funny. And you don't even have
Wow.
to make it funny. That's the thing. That's I was trying to get Brian Briz to come to some improv
Oh, that
classes, and he's like,
guy.
"I don't think I'm funny." And I'm like, "You don't. That's the real secret of improv."
Well, he's in Florida right now, so
Is he really? Is he in
probably.
Disney again?
Yeah.
Probably. But that's the real thing. You don't have to. I think it's better if you don't try to be funny because an improv crowd, they're more impressed that you made something out of nothing make sense than they ever are at it being super clever.
So you have a show coming up, is that correct?
Probably.
Improv.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think
So,
maybe Monday,
uh,
something like that. Maybe next Friday. I don't know.
do you have many of these come up, or once a month?
Yeah, that's the rough cadence. We've also started doing a show, like a loose rehearsal at this brewery downtown every like third Monday. So in place of rehearsal, we do what we call a loose show where we try out games in front of a crowd for free, so they get what they get kind of thing, like stuff we've never tried in front of a crowd before. So we have that, which is not really a show, but kind of is.
So I do
But
want to
that's not
talk.
cool.
I do want to talk about some of your comedy experiences that I've listened to while on the show that I
Oh
found
yeah.
very funny.
Well, you
Yeah.
got to see it, didn't you? You were there.
Well, I was there and it was
Yeah.
great,
Thank you.
and you brought a ton of people. That was crazy,
I
and someone that could
stacked
do
it.
that, bring a ton of people to a city. Everybody hovering towards the city, and then you bring them out to a comedy show, and we have a bunch of fun. That's amazing, especially in this day and age, because you can't trust a lot of people out there. I tell you that you can't trust.
Well, it did. It felt kind of self-serving, but I felt like people were coercing me to do it, and then it felt good to do it, and it felt like a
Yeah.
huge success. So it was it's a great memory. I'm glad everybody made it and enjoyed it. It was very cool.
Um. Let's see. Rob says the Pittsburgh show was great. He loved
It
it, and
was
then
the guy that headlined that show. I'm following him on Instagram. He's going places, dude. That kid was funny.
the last one.
Yeah.
Yes, that guy was really funny, and um, yeah, he did really well, especially when we had the little thing with the banana. But
Yeah.
but that was
Oh,
funny.
actually, a funny story about that guy.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a couple funny things. From the minute I met him, he was hilarious to me. And he was
Okay.
super nice. You don't always get that. I mean, comedians in general are usually nice to each other, but sometimes you'll meet an ego, and you could just kind of know to avoid that person. And he also kind of came with another guy, so it already felt kind of clicky. But he sat down and he talked to me, and he was like, asked me about things, and I was like, yeah, I think like this whole section of the crowd is here because I came to town, and we're all kind of part of this like podcast community. And he asked me about the podcast, and we got goosebumps, and he said his mom
Mhm.
was a children's fiction writer, and she would hold parties at her house. They were from Chicago, and he built up to this, and he was like, "Did you know that R.L. Stein's been in my house?" And I was like, "Really?"
Oh
He
yeah,
goes,
I remember
and I was like,
hearing
"What?
that.
That's crazy." So that was funny. And then I was also just, and I know you'll get this 100%. I was
Mhm.
very unintentionally awkward when I was over there.
I saw it.
Like there's a couple times where like I misheard what he said because it was loud in there, and I responded weird, and he just thought it was a total goof. And then the guy that was emceeing the show came up to double check with me where I was from, and he like had his hand like he was about to like do this to talk
Yeah.
to me because it was loud. And when he stuck his hand out, I grabbed it because I thought he was going to shake my hand. So I end up shaking his hand really close to his face. And then the I think his name's Evan, the comedian, he looked over at me and he goes, "You're really not this fucking weird, are you?" I was like, "I'm having a bad day right now.
Yeah.
I'm okay." But then after he liked the Maryland Manson bit and we got along great. But I was in shambles back there, man.
Yeah, man, jeez. Yeah, anyway, it was a great show, but uh so you've had so let's just talk about the elephant in the room. I mean, every comedian stand up that has to do is a bombing experience. Have you had one?
Yeah. Oh, I've had a couple.
You've had a couple.
Yeah. You I think they're weird because you don't want one. You don't want it. But you kind of need them.
I bomb every day. So
Yeah, do you need it? Is it making you better? You
no,
learning
it's
from it?
not.
You
No,
gotta learn from it.
I'm
That's
not
the
learning a
thing. Yeah, if
thing
you're not
from it.
learning from it, you're
Mm-mm.
just
I'm just bombing.
yeah.
I'm just bombing. So
Yeah, I've had a couple. Is that what you want me to talk about?
yeah,
Okay.
let's do it. Let's. Well, we could just talk about your the worst one. Let's just do that.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I think the worst one, and I talked about this recently on a
Mm.
podcast,
Mm-hmm.
but it was very early in what I was doing, and I had a really good joke about gangbangs. I was
Mm.
super proud of it, and
Mm.
it's a good joke, and
Okay.
I've actually added to it recently. I'm
Good.
thinking I might bring
Just
it back.
keep with it.
But there's this open mic that we go to around here that we really like. It's actually at a place called Big Lick Brewing. See, I told you
Okay.
everything around here's got that.
My
Right?
gosh.
Um, actually, that's where I first met Saladay.
The
He
salad
was
guy. Yes.
yeah, he attends that, and he does some improv.
I just thought the town that you lived in was where a bunch of people disappeared.
Nope, that was a colony on the coast. A different
Okay.
name, different
All
place.
right. All right. Well.
Yeah.
All right.
Now people disappear from here, but it's not because of the Croatoa. I tell you that much.
Okay.
So anyway, this open mic, it's always it's a hot mic is what it's called. Like it's full of comedians and it's also full of drunk people, and that's the best crowd because fellow comedians will laugh at you because they want it in return. And so it always feels good to perform there. You always walk away feeling great, but sometimes it's a lie, or sometimes what you have's good, but it's really good for that group of people.
Mm.
It doesn't transfer to the next podunk truck stop that you do. These are things you learn early that your jokes aren't for everybody, right?
Right, I gotcha.
So
I
I had
learn
this
that every
gangbang.
day on the Discord.
So you are learning, and that is good.
But I
You are
keep doing
learning.
it. I keep doing the same thing, which is fine
Ah,
because that's what I want to do. All right, let's
yeah,
go.
learning should affect your behavior. You really need to focus on that.
Okay.
But anyway, uh, so I did that bit at this open mic and it killed. It was the best thing that had ever happened to me. I walked
Oh.
out of there. People stopped me in the parking lot to like, what was your name again? That was awesome. You were our favorite. I remember texting my wife and I was like, dude, I'm getting on Netflix like tomorrow. Like, I have I have
Yeah.
destroyed the town of Roanoke, just obliterated it. People were slayed. Felt really good. And then a week later, I had a show, and I was going to be I think because of that night, I got placed as a feature for a local legend in this area. She had nationally toured. She had opened for Maria Bamford. She's not a household name by any stretch, but certainly around here, she's considered like sort of a local, comedy legend. Her name's Melissa Dowdy. She'd been doing it for like 30 years, and
Wow.
she kind of came out of a very brief. She's in retirement now. She got sick, but she
Yep.
sort of came out of a brief hiatus to do this show.
Mm.
And it wasn't really necessarily a great venue. It was sort of a bar situation. So people have their backs to you. There's people playing pool over in the corners. People are showing up because karaoke's on after us, or they're not really here for you.
Mm.
And that's not my favorite type of show. At the time, I was taking whatever I could get, but that's usually a recipe for a lot of people ignoring you or just not being so interested in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went up there and I did that gangbang bit, now let me tell you,
The
Mr. Miller, this
gangbang bit.
gangbang bit, it's
Nice.
good. It's good,
Nice.
but it requires me to, I have to get into the topic and I don't do it gracefully for a reason because that's funny. And it requires some gyrations and movements. I have to do some act outs
Yep.
to kind of get the punch I want. And the minute I started into that bit, nobody in that bar wanted any part of it, dude. And it's 5 minutes, and I did not have enough material. I was up there to do 10 minutes. I had 10 minutes of material. I wasn't going to be able to pivot. I was just going to have to just sadly go through my big old fat white guy dumpy gangbang bit in front of these people who didn't want it.
Mm.
And I could see from the corner of my eye, Melissa Dowdy, like with her, she was like trying to like she didn't want to be there either, which was the worst because this was like,
It's a
I was so
legend. It's a
proud.
legend in
I
the
was
area.
so proud.
It's a
And she
legend.
did not want any part of it.
Yeah.
Um, one guy left because I did record this and I walked off stage and I was like, I'm going to just floor my car into a tree on the way home.
Mm.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But I was like, I need to listen to this bit. Like, what happened? Where did it go wrong? Well, I did the bit okay. And at one part, a guy, when I started into it, went, "No," and I was like, oh, so it wasn't that bad. Like one guy laughed, and that was all I needed to hear to
Yeah.
keep me alive. But yeah, it was pretty rough. She didn't come talk to me after. She didn't say, "Hey, good job." She left. It was a bad
Mm.
experience for everybody. I still think about it sometimes, and like, you ever had like a cringy memory pop into your head, and then
Every
you just
day.
kind of you go blah, you try to do something to
Every.
get it out of your head. That
I
happens.
not
I do
only
that all the time.
do I cause cringy
Yeah.
moments every day, but I have those
Yeah,
memories
yeah.
that come back.
I'm
So
sure. Yeah.
yeah,
You should be because you're not learning. You gotta be learning from these
not
things.
learning, but no. Well, that's interesting. So, and I understand that. Just looking at like if you have a really good show, I mean, you're on top of the world. Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's the
It's a
same thing with
fickle.
with streaming too. It's like if I feel like I had a good stream, which doesn't happen frequently, but when I feel like it's like, oh yeah, this is it. This is me. I'm gonna be great. I got
Mm,
through Castlevania tonight and I beat the game and I had a lot of interactions and then the next stream is like someone's goodbye. I don't know. But yeah, I get it, I understand it. We're comparing apples to oranges here, but
no, not
I
really.
understand I
But you're
understand where
trying to
you're coming
still.
from because like, if you it's like, oh, well, do I want to even do this anymore and et cetera, et cetera. So,
Yeah, I mean, early on, a bomb can feel like the end of the world because you've never experienced that.
yeah.
Since then, I've had one or two, but I've really learned that like more often than not, the same material doesn't bomb, and you're going to have off nights, and it doesn't fucking matter because it's not the last time I'll ever make anybody laugh. It's not the last time I'll bomb either. But
No,
you
and
live on. You live on.
I mean, you are a very funny guy, and
Aw,
I'm
thanks.
glad you're doing this in continuing this journey. But really, we kind of talked a little bit about this, but how do you recover from this? And it seemed like you watched the video, and
Yeah, I listened to it. It was, oof. Um, so that one, I think recovering was just getting back out there and doing it again, and being like, oh, okay. So that one was bad, but it's not the end of the world. That's not who I am, right?
mm,
But since then, I don't even think about it really. And I think also there's another element too where if you aren't very confident, because I went up there, I wasn't the first comedian up that night. There were other people that went up and they also bombed,
oh, so it was
and
just
I
the
wasn't
crowd.
and I wasn't able to rescue. And it was a tough spot, and I wasn't able to rescue it, and then I bombed, and it was bad. I've
Hmm.
also been on tickets where I was the one who rescued a bombing night. Three other comedians went up, no one laughed. I went up there, got people going, and then and that felt good. So I don't know. It's just you never really know what's going to happen, and it's really never that big of a deal. And I think now I have less negative experiences because I'm much more confident up there. And I think early on I was kind of welcoming the bomb because I went up there kind of meek, like, oh shit, this isn't going to be good, is it? And people can sense that and they feel sorry for you and they don't like to laugh. But
Hmm.
again, you get better. It's all about reps and practice. You got to get up there,
I
do it.
understand, and you're learning. We have Hunter from the Discord joined the group. He says hello, and then
Hello, Hunter.
Burger Champ. He was there for one of the bombs.
He was specifically talking about the night where everybody bombed, and then
Oh,
I
oh, okay, okay.
now you could also argue I had half the crowd. Sure, I mean
I see.
success is what you make it, right? But a lot of the people who weren't there because of me were laughing. So
It's interesting because the show that we went to that we were at in Pittsburgh, everybody was really good. I thought everybody was
that
very,
was a great,
very
yeah.
and Rob and I, well, mostly me, we freaked out one of the comedians outside. I did. Um,
You would, yeah.
I cornered him, and before he was getting into his Uber, and I continued to kind of harass him a little. I was just talking to him, but it was a little bit. I did my thing, so I apologized. And if he that was you. If you ever see the guy who's the bald guy with the goatee, it was a very nice guy,
Was
but
he taller?
yes, he was
Red
taller.
hair, red.
No, he didn't have any hair. He shaved his hair. He's probably
I don't know
balding.
this guy you're talking about.
Yeah, I forget him. I know where he was from. I think he was from North Carolina.
Oh yeah, his name is Ryan. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Did he have red hair? I don't remember. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. And I actually knew him before that night. I had been to a comedy festival with that guy before.
Well, yeah. Oh, he's super sure. I got everything wrong. So if you ever see him again,
He wasn't
tell him
super
that
sure. He's a
your weird friend
hey.
apologizes.
I will not say that. I will double down.
Okay, that's
I'll
fair.
say that he dodged a bullet. That guy was going to murder him. Yeah.
Well, you know, who knows? Who
Oh, short
knows?
hair, tall guys. Rob's got us all confused. What was the dimensions of the man that you harassed?
Well, now that's what a police officer has said to me once
I'm sure.
before. So,
I'm sure.
all right. So kind of like some spitfire questions. So, if stand-up comedy were a video game, what would the difficulty be?
Stand-up comedy were a video game.
Yeah. Now, if
It's
they
an
had,
interesting question.
so say for instance, if that was, Power Wash simulators, like stand-up comedy simulator, what would the difficulty be? So Power Wash, I know is pretty easy game.
It's changed over time for me. I used to, when I first started, I thought that stand-up was way easier than improv because I was like, it's all me. I have control. I don't have to worry about anybody else. I don't have to be listening to the crowd. I don't got to be listening to anybody. I just got to go up there and read the back of my eyelids. But as time has gone on, It's the opposite. I think stand up is way harder than improv. So I'm going to say stand up, and it depends on what you make of it too. Like it's harder to be good at it, obviously, than it is to just do it, period. So I would say getting on stage at all is pretty hard. So that's already like I don't know. That's like a that's like a kabuki quantum fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting up there and doing it. Just shaking off the demons and saying, I'm gonna go up here and talk for 5 minutes and people may hate it. And then to be good enough to be booked and survive and be relevant and stay on top of it and market yourself, that's like a ghost and goblins. That's tough.
I see. So they're
I think it's pretty tough, honestly. Yeah, it's not easy. And I'm not good at any other part of it than just getting up there. I've actually just conquered the part where I can go up there and not want to shit myself.
that's 9/10 of it right there.
That is really, truly.
Yeah, you know.
A lot of people are funny. It's just, can you be funny and brave? It's hard.
Well, maybe if you like, you know, don a wig and a suit, old suit, maybe that could happen. I don't know anyone that would do that, but you
Yeah,
know,
that sounds dumb, doesn't
that
it?
sounds really dumb to me.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, now this could be something for your maybe I don't know because you have Blink and I don't know if he'll get this, but which your top fives here with your the polykill, but which video game character or characters would make the best stand-up comedians?
Hmm.
You think Mario would do that? I don't know.
No, I don't think Mario's funny,
Mm-mm.
dude. He's too pragmatic.
Mm.
Uh, I say Gex is up there. That's a mouthy little motherfucker. Gex.
Conquer.
I was going to say Conquer. Was it my list or your list? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm saying.
Jesus
Steal it.
Christ.
Steal it.
But yeah,
Sorry.
Conquer, that's a good one. Who else is mouthy? You know, should I say it? No, I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say the gun from High on Life, but that's too easy. I'm not gonna say that. I don't
Rob
want to say
says
that.
Solid Snake.
I've never played that. I don't know.
Uh,
Is that funny? Is he funny?
well, I
Solid
thought
Snake's funny
Solid
guy?
Snake was from. You never played the Metal Gear? Any Metal
No, I
Gear?
never played a
Okay.
Metal Gear. No, I never played
Okay.
Metal Gear.
I understand.
And these are in no particular order. I'm just naming you
Yeah.
five.
Well, you don't have to name me five. I'm just saying that this could be
Oh,
a
I
good
thought you were.
segment. No.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to be naming five. I thought there was
No,
some
maybe you
challenge,
can.
some grit.
Maybe this is something that you could introduce to the.
No, Blink doesn't understand comedy. He wouldn't
That's
want to put
truth. All
himself in
right,
that.
never mind. No, comedy, movies, music. He doesn't.
Yeah,
Nothing outside of
his
video.
lane is 3D platformers and dancing in his living room on a machine. So,
um, so have you ever? And this is kind of focusing in on the video game stuff. Have you ever used gaming references in your comedy?
no,
Hmm.
although my addendum to my gangbang bit will have that.
Ah, so there you
Yes.
go. So we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah. But no, I haven't. I don't. Not really. No, my comedy is more like irreverent bullshit. I try to make it like as mass appeal in a niche way as possible, if
Hmm.
that makes any sense at all.
I see. And if you could perform stand up inside a video game world, where would that be?
Oh, that's a lovely question.
And you could steal it.
In a video game world, I'm trying to think like, honestly, I feel like the Mushroom Kingdom is the choice because I feel like
Yeah.
all the toads are pretty easy laughs, and that's all for. Although I don't know if they see that. Now here's another thing too. I don't know if there are any bars in the Mushroom Kingdom that serve alcohol. A room of people who are a little greased, always better. So I don't know if we need to switch over to like, I don't know, what's a good video game universe that has absolute proof of alcohol or a bar or a pub?
Well, that's GTA.
Did they laugh? That feels like too real. That feels like
Mm.
I would bomb. I would bomb in every bar in GTA. It'd
Well,
be too rude.
we
It'd
have
be
to go
too mean.
back to the Conquer game,
Mm,
the Conquer's world, Rare
yeah,
world.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
maybe. Mm.
But you would think though that the people in the Mushroom Kingdom would be happy because they're all on shrooms. Because
What
that's
about
gonna
the rabbit?
the rabbits. Yeah, that's truth. Yeah.
I don't know if they deal in swill, but If they do, I think I can get them cackling.
Get them cackling. There you go.
I think so. They're pretty funny themselves. I don't know. It'd be tough. Little rascals. They look like, Appalachian rabbits. All our rabbits around here look like rabbits, just so you know.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
They're all kind of missing a weird tooth, and one ear's longer than the other, and they don't really hop as much as they just kind of scuttle around all sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Is it?
So one thing that I found that you would be pretty good at and you do it sometimes, but streaming.
Oh, I don't think I'm good at it though. That's the thing. I
No, well, I don't think anyone's really good at it, but
I know who I've sold him down the road a couple times here, but I think Blink is really good at it.
yeah, that
Blink,
is true. He is
he has
good
a
at it.
real knack for. He's good at conversing through stream. It makes it seem like he can hear you and you can hear him. It's very personable, and you don't realize how lonely it is till you do it, and you realize it's just you talking. And I feel like which is why I like podcasting. If I'm going to riff, I kind of like having someone there to riff with. Which is why I think stand up is hard because you got to write it all and there's no riffage, right? So just talking and commenting about the game. I don't know. I find it challenging. Of course, practice could improve me. I'm sure
it hasn't improved me, so
we've learned that nothing does. We've established you're canonically
nope.
unable to improve.
Nope, unable.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we'll kind of round it out here. So we'll go to what do you think is the best video game of all time?
The Legend of Zelda on the NES.
NES. Okay.
Yes.
I
think that.
Yes. Well, yeah, that's your opinion. I think Ocarina of Time is, and that's another game you haven't beaten.
I know. I like that game too. I don't know. I feel like I'm saving. Afraid if I beat it, I'll have to die. You know what I mean? Like that's the last thing I'll do.
Your swan song.
I think so.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that completely.
I wanted that game so bad as a kid. It is kind of ridiculous I haven't beaten it. But so that's what makes me think I think there's something psychological that's keeping me away from it because I'm afraid to let that hope expire by beating it.
And you own it, I'm sure, because you have.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about the let's talk about your collection. So you have a ton of games.
I do.
And a ton of games that you haven't even played, probably sitting on the shelf.
We're going to do this? What are you, my mom?
No. So the what you really focus on is the 64, correct? Are you trying to?
In terms of collecting, no.
Or NES, or everything.
I would say for a full set, yes, those two. Now, the NES is like a pipe dream. There's too many thousands of dollars that I will not possess to get that. I have to get real lucky to do the NES. But then 64 is within reach. I have 5 to go, and like 2 of them are kind of super pricey, and the other 3 I'm just stubborn about because I want the price I want. But I do collect for pretty much everything. But for a complete set, those are the 2 that I never really set out to do. It just kind of I got so close that I was like, might as fucking well. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, I have an app.
You have apps. You do backloggery. You do a lot of things.
I don't do backloggery. That's a Steve thing.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's okay.
I'm wrong.
Backloggery, I'm sure, is fine. It's just I invested all of my time and into these other apps already, so I'm not changing. But
I understand.
Retro game collector. I think it's certainly on iOS and is on Android. I've used this for about 15 years, and it says I have physical games 3,466, which is a drop in a bucket compared to Steve, who has God knows how many.
Wow. I mean,
it's not all about the numbers. There's a lot of good quality in there, dude.
But that's crazy. And I wish I had the room and the budget for all these games. But
I don't think I could if I started now, I get nowhere near where I am. I got real lucky. I've always gotten lucky with deals. I very rarely have
Well,
paid
you've been
big
doing
money.
it for a while, so
Been doing it for a while. Met a lot of good people and have had a lot of good fortune just from being
and
good pals with good people. I mean, you never know.
and you did it before you got married and you had a kid, so that changes a lot of
Yeah.
things.
Oh,
A
it does. It
lot of
does.
things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah, and I've tapered off in the last year. You and I both have had some employment struggles. Thankfully, I'm not in a position where I would have to like face letting go of them to survive. But if it came to that, I
hmm,
mean, I could.
yep.
But yeah, it's been a big part of my life, and I like collecting, I like playing, but there's other hobbies that spin off of that. The displaying, the curating, the tracking, and all of that. I'm a nerd when it comes to that stuff, man. I'm basically a walking like database. I think
You are. You have a lot of spreadsheets, and you
I
have a
love them.
spreadsheet fetish. Is that
I have a
true?
spreadsheet of spreadsheets, believe it or not. Got to keep them organized.
And at one point you've influenced me to do spreadsheets, but then I just couldn't stick with it. Now
Mm.
I'm using the Polykill challenge as a means to actually track my beats for this year,
Oh, good,
and
good, good,
that
good.
and that Polykill challenge is the game, the board game,
Hmm.
the game within a game, which it would take me too long to discuss it. But I think the majority of the people here understand the game, and you just it's like
Yeah,
bingo.
it's
You
a
you put
a
you put
board game. You beat games to satisfy tiles to go from left
tiles.
to right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's a fantastic idea, and I think we'll continue with that.
It's kind of like time travel. It's one of those stupid ideas that I think only I would like, and then I find out that I'm surrounded by tons of nerds. This is great.
It sure is. But speaking of games, we have some game to play, right?
Oh, good,
I
good,
think
good, good.
I think we're getting into that now. Do you need a little break? Do you need to go potty?
No, I've never pottied.
Okay. Well, I really have to go to the bathroom, but I mean, I could
Okay.
take you to the bathroom with me because you're on
No,
the phone.
I'm.
Now you're right here, and
I
I
can
could
stay here
just
in Rift.
no, I could
Yeah.
take you on.
Nah.
I could
We ain't
take
got
you
to do
into the
that.
bathroom. No, you don't want to do that.
Nah, I think you're good, bro. Nah, I got you. You step away. I got the crowd. I'll keep them hot for you.
Um. Well,
Don't
I
strain
think
too hard.
never before seen has asked the question. Maybe you can.
By the game, you mean Triple H, right? He's referring to a wrestler
Okay,
in
so
this
you're not
game.
Alex. That's not Alex. Alex does the wrestling stuff. But you were in
Yeah.
the Attitude era, as with me and everybody else our
Yeah.
age.
I can contribute to a wrestling conversation for sure.
Okay. Um, let's do something here. We're gonna go to the stream. Oh my God, you look terrible.
Thanks.
We'll iron this out just a little bit. It really doesn't matter at this point. There we go.
I don't think it
Trav,
matters.
well, to some people it does, but not to me. All right, I'm gonna urinate. And are you sure you don't want me to take the phone?
I think I'm pretty sure.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I will be back shortly, so you can tell how much you are really not enjoying this, and we'll get to the game here in a little
All
bit.
right.
Okay. So
Sounds good.
we'll do that. Is the game sound on? Yes, it is. Okay. So you could actually listen to it and see how it's going. Jesus, that's loud. That really scared me. Good God. Jackbox game. I don't think that's that bad.
Okay.
Okay. We'll get a heartbeat. So you can go. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Yeah. You
Oh,
have fun in there.
no,
What? No. What
wait.
happened? What
I
happened?
have a
Oh.
segment. I forgot the segment. So this is the part of the podcast or the vodcast that I would say I would do a fake ad about a sponsored message, and it bombs every time. So what I'm
Good.
going to do, and whether or not you want to do it or not, I'm going to say this would be my sponsored ad for you, and you could kind of improv and talk about it. So my sponsored ad is you're developing a new podcast, and it's called Trav's Tantric Talk.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
If you want to go with it, that's up to you.
Sure.
But
Yeah. Coming Sundays this fall, we have
oh
Trav
shit.
Tantric Talk, where I bring on a guest, and for 5 hours, we talk about our favorite sex for 5 hours. And we got to keep that conversation going. Sure, there will be times where we get a little fatigued. There will be times where talking about it's gotten your heart pumping and you're afraid to get a boner around your friend who's interviewing you. But you got to keep going because this is a tantric conversation about sex. You really got to hold it together. And if you get, if you flame out before 5 hours, if you run out of stuff to talk about, we get to kill your family. That's the unfortunate part. It's pretty high risk. And we'll make you watch while we do it, which is, people say that that's going too far, but you sign a waiver, right? Who's in? King Octavius, I think that is an emoji for a hand raised. Would you be my first guest on Trav's Tantric Talk? We can talk about our best sex. Not with each other, but it could be. That's the thing. I don't want to put guardrails all the way around it. I want people to have fun, right? I'm not trying to like cramp any styles or anything like that. And when I say talk about sex, you can literally just talk about different genders that you like. You can talk about, actual sex. You can talk about the number 6 if you say it with an accent. I'll even let that go. But you got to be able to fill in 5 hours because that is the gimmick. You're good? Oh, well, that sucks. I'm sure Mr. Mullet would do it, but do I want that to be the case? I mean, I don't know. There he is. Hey-o. All right. You can also talk about different factions of religion. As Burger got beat me to it. Talk about the sects.
Sex?
So yeah, we got it. We've it's going to be starting this fall.
What is that? What's starting this fall?
Trav's Tantric Talk.
Oh God, I can't wait.
Yep.
Okay. So how does this work? I have to go to the internet.
Okay.
Is it Jackbox? Well, let's just get into it because I can't really see. I'll put you right here.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
I'm glad there's a lot of metal between us. I wouldn't feel safe otherwise.
I wouldn't either. Here we go.
Okay.
What is this? Say anything party game. Let's do this.
Switch them. Okay.
Play the game. Make your own.
All right. So the tricky part is, in order for me to hear the game, I'm going to have to mute you here, just so you know, or else I'll be hearing you twice. So I'm going to mute you here. You've muted yourself, I see.
What?
Thank you. Nope, you didn't. Never mind.
What am I supposed to do?
Can you, is it possible for you to mute mine in your conversation so that I can hear you on YouTube, so that I can also hear the Jackbox?
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. I will figure it out.
Okay.
No sweat.
Once I figure it out, I will let you know. DPX.
So why are you using Google Meet? Also, what would Google Meet taste like?
What? I'm gonna put this down a little bit. Just a tad. Yeah, Google Meet is terrible. I'm sorry.
There's no option to mute you. I have to hear you twice.
What am I supposed to be doing?
You just do what you got to do, brother. I'm right here for you.
Okay. Oh.
All right, I'm signing in now. Let me see here. Jack.
So it's just you and me and Top. Seems like.
TV. Oh, that's perfect. You could always use one more. Folks, get in here. It's just going to be mildly amusing.
Maybe. To be fair, I won't talk too much. Is anybody else? Who else is coming? Anybody else?
Oh, Octavius is in there, my man. my man. Burger Champ, get off your fucking ass. Never before seen. How about never before get in this fucking game? Albo's Awakening, what are you doing? What are you doing? Who else can I shame while I'm out here? Did the person who said that the N64 version of Pilot Wings was mid, did they actually leave? I didn't mean that.
I'm sure he left. He usually does.
I'm sorry, I've upset them.
No, he just gets upset. Ross is here.
Ross, of course. Ross, get in here. We're stalling. We're stalling.
Let me get his iPad.
Get that. I didn't even. Burgers got dropping that iPad money. I had no idea.
Is everything coming in clear? Or do you still have me coming in double?
I sure do. It is discombobulating and obnoxious.
Well, you can mute it on your side, and you just will hear me in like a 4-second delay.
I don't know how to mute. Oh, I figured it out.
Yep.
Hold on. It was hidden up here.
Yeah.
Mine was here.
Press the
It actually won't let me mute you. I don't understand.
What am I supposed to do?
It won't let me mute you.
All right. Well, I won't talk much. I've talked enough.
Ain't that the...
Google mute.
I'm gonna have to actually Google how to mute.
There should be a thing. Go on Chat GPT.
On Google
Type it on
Meet.
Chat GPT. So we still have 2 more spots, 3 more maybe.
That's not a thing. It's just to click an icon in the lower right that's not even fucking there. I asked Google how to use its own thing. It has no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, we're still waiting on Burger regardless. We have 1 more coming in.
Good.
There he is. All right, we'll get it started. We have a good enough here. Oh wait, no. Wait. Press. Everybody's in. How do I start the game here? Are you sure you want to exit? No. Can you Google how to do this? Oh, shit. There we go. Top's having a fun night, and that's good because Top doesn't have. There you go.
Welcome to Quiplash. I'm Schmitty, and I'm hosting this game on a dare. I'm sensing a lot of repressed anger in this group, mostly from me. So everybody back off, and let's start the game. This is round 1. You'll get 2 prompts on your device. Just answer them however you want. Your responses, or quips, will be pitted against someone else's, and everyone will vote on their favorite. You'll score points based on the percentage of people who prefer your answer. Have at it.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time
All
for some
right.
quiplashing. First off, an odd sequel to James and the Giant Peach, James and the Giant Blank. Okay, select your favorite quip.
Oh.
Thank
And
you, King
next is
Octavius.
a new traffic law that really needs to happen. Ready, set, vote.
You having fun over there, Big Mullet? I'm hearing you laugh constantly because I have to come in about yours twice.
Nah.
Up next, the last sign we'll get before the apocalypse. Put in your votes.
I can't tell if that was a cop-out attempt or a real answer, but I liked it.
Next on deck,
I'm with you, Rob. Me
should
and you,
catch
man.
on fire, remember,
Me and
stop,
you, dude.
drop, roll, and then blank. Vote away.
Come on, who let the 4-year-olds in this game? My God.
Next
Oh,
up,
Pop and Ross
something
over there
you
with their
shouldn't say
poop
to a
jokes.
mafia godfather.
Okay, guys.
Vote now. Next prompt. Some shower heads have settings
I'm not
that
even
massage
sure that
and
Mullet's
pulse,
laughing
but
at what we're doing.
Never set your shower head to blank. Okay, vote.
I've had some water pressure at a shower done at the beach. I feel like it could have gaped me. I'm not gonna lie about that. Wrong, dude. I know now officially. I know that Rob has a shower head that he can pull off the thing. What do you call those things?
The tops and
Removable
last.
shower head?
Tops in last place.
It's time for round
Pop,
two.
what are you doing, man?
All point values are doubled. That's right, doubled.
I've been laughing so much my button on my shirt has come undone. Oh.
Seriously, Mullet, are you okay? Seems like you're having a conniption over there. Did you
I don't know
get
what's
an
happening,
edible?
man. We're having a good time. It's a fun Saturday night. Let's just put it that way.
I bet it is. I'll bet it is.
Who's still going?
Clock's running out. Think fast or use a safety quip.
I don't know. I submitted my answer. We got who are we missing there? The Octavius.
Let's see those quips.
Here we go, the
Starting
bathroom.
us off.
There you go,
something
there you
found
go.
on the
We got
seat
him in there, we
cracks
got him
of
in there.
nearly every cab. Okay, pick your favorite quip now.
Internet issues.
Internet issues. Nobody likes it. You are too, King Octavius. You are too.
And next, you know you're staying at a dirty hotel when
There is a lot
offer
of DNA
free
back there. I can
continental blank.
almost prove it.
It's voting time.
Continental butt plug. I'd probably wake up before 9:30 for that. Breakfast doesn't get me down there, but a continental butt plug? Dude. In which continent?
Ooh.
A little butt plug on the house? Are you kidding me?
Your next prompt is
split down the middle.
the weirdest song that could play during a father-daughter dance. Vote on your devices.
Oh, man.
It's a good one.
These are the most Christian answers that we've come up with. What the hell? All right. I thought it would be like Baby Got Back or something.
Next in the hopper, who is currently the 5,492nd ranked player in professional tennis? Get to voting.
Isn't that your real name, Mullet?
Coming up next, what Twinkies should be filled with?
What are you doing over there? You all right, buddy?
Moving on.
Split down the middle,
Michigan
man.
is
Come
shaped
on.
like a hand. Texas should be shaped like a blank. Time to vote.
That little question mark's doing a lot of lifting for how funny I think that is.
That's all she wrote for round 2. Let's check the scores.
Oh,
Family
family friendly? Sorry, guys. Family friendly, Mullet.
Yeah.
Ross is in front of his whole family right now.
I'm third. Oh. Lone Star. Uh-oh.
It's round 3. The
Lone Star
last
Gape is
lash.
what
I've
Texas
got one
experienced
prompt
after
left,
Chuck
and
Norris
you're
ran
all
through it.
getting it. Fill in this comic.
Comic lash. Oh God, guys, we're on the big screen at Ross's place. We gotta tone it down. Oh, I gotta write some.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. Can't type for shit. I'm sorry. I can't type for crap.
Yeah, thank you.
I got you, Ross.
King Octavius.
Come on, Kang.
Let's
Come
see
on,
the
Kang.
responses. Okay, in round 3, you get to award 3 medals, gold, silver, and bronze. Have at it.
Need some Jeopardy music.
Brace yourselves, here come those medals. Bronze first, silver, and finally gold. All right, let's turn that into cold, hard points.
I think it's going to be a Gape Fest win. Nothing but Gape.
All right, that's it. Time for the final scores.
I tried to make it Christian, Ross. I just mentioned the honey.
Wow.
But
Amazing.
above board. No, good job, Ross. She's not so mad since he won. Sorry your kids were exposed to gapes.
Oh. Interesting. Very fun.
Nothing but Gape. That's what I say when I swish it from deep.
All right, what's next?
You tell me, man.
Yeah.
This is your life.
Murder tree. We'll say that for last. I don't think the. We might do this. Let's do this. Let's do faking it. Do that every day. Oh
Are you making it?
no.
Okay.
No, I'm not. All right. NL.
King Octavius says that this is not a good idea.
No?
That's what he says. I just work here.
All right,
Top
take
said
your
he
top.
doesn't want to do it anymore. Thank you, Top Spot, for hanging out.
Thank you. Oh, really?
Says you got to be in the same room
All right.
because this involves open mouth kissing. So
Then let's
yeah,
go.
we could.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, let's try this.
What are we doing?
C-O. Okay.
Kojaks. All right. See.
Ross. Okay. Oh, bottom spot. Was that top spot? Put bottom spot?
No, that's me.
That's you.
Evil Top Spot. I'm dark Top Spot.
You're top. Okay, that's good. Anybody else will give 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, wait.
By you doing that, I realized we were exactly on a 5-second delay.
Yeah. Sit back and relax. Press everybody's in. I don't have that on mine. Somebody is leading, so someone has
Who
to
is
press.
a leader?
Who
Oh,
is
it's
the
Burger
lead-
Champ.
There we go. Ooh.
You're like a little Optimus.
Wake up! Wake up! Welcome to Trivia Night, a thoughtful treatise on the futility of life. But don't worry, it's still a pretty chill night, you know? I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini-games. If you do badly in the mini-game, I'll kill you. But don't worry, Ghost can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. And you can always jump in the audience for a chance to be killed by me. How fun! Am I over-explaining this? The last group was super dumb. Let's just get into it. Here's the first question. Queen Elizabeth II married which hottie? Use your device to answer the question.
Oh.
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't pay attention to that bullshit.
And the correct answer is... Who got the
I'm sorry,
question
Ross. I don't friggin' know.
right? The rest of you,
I don't
let's
pay
go
attention to
someplace
that
fun.
hogwash.
Welcome to the killing floor. It's time for some finger cutting. I know what you're thinking, and don't worry, it's not complicated at all. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Make with the cutting already.
Cut off one of your fingers.
Ah! Thanks for the finger.
Ow.
Here's everybody's scores. It's a good way to
Not your
compare yourself
diddler.
to others and maybe start to feel bad about yourself. Here's another one. Okay, look, I know some things seem too scary to talk about, but we really
$33.
just have to confront them head on. Where was Dave Matthews born?
Ooh.
I think I know this.
Time's running out. Who picked this one? The rest of you, let's go someplace fun.
Uh-oh.
Certificate. Certificate.
Welcome back to the killing floor.
From certificate.
I'm going to ask you a question. Your life depends on how you answer. What's the #1 key to success? Type an answer on your device and
Oh
press
god,
send.
they're
when
gonna
you're
kill one of my
finished.
friends. This is tense, dude. If you had to lose one of these guys for real, Mullet, who would you pick?
Are you proofreading that thing? Hit send.
Rob.
Yeah.
Now everyone gets to vote. Pick which of these answers you hate the most. The person who wrote the answer with the most votes will die. Pick the answer that makes
Hate
you
the
go,
most?
oh hell no. The votes are in. It's time to punish the writer.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbows are
And
stupid.
boo, you're a ghost. But keep playing, and I promise you can still win. Death is not the end. Let's see how the scores look now.
Tell it to the judge.
I've got more questions for you. How many incendiary felines are in a standard deck of the card game Exploding Kittens?
Mm.
Oh man. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Whatever.
And the correct answer is this.
I've never played this. Have you played Exploding Kittens,
You're
Mullet?
in for a treat.
No.
No.
Everything goes around 4. 4 is my number.
We're going to play Chalices. I've given
Oh,
all
no.
the safe players a bit of poison to use. Pick a chalice to poison.
Not phalluses, thank God. I'd lose that. I'd lose an old game of phallus to Burger
Oh my
Champ. You know
God,
that.
you're taking forever. Hurry up. Some of you didn't use your poison pellet, so I'll
Come on,
have
Rob.
to add
I
a
know
few
it's
of
you.
my own. Just so you know, these poison pellets are hella expensive, so it's kind of a jerk move on your part. And it's your turn now. Pick a chalice to drink from. Ah! I can't wait to see what gets picked. Hope it tasted good.
I
Now
legit
let's
want
see
that
what everyone
phallus
drank.
/ chalice.
This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. The poison touched your supple lips like
Did we both die?
I've not finished that stanza yet.
Oh, man.
Let's try another one.
I picked the one with the
Here's something
skull
your
because I was like, no one's
grandchildren
going
will
to
be
pick
learning
that.
about in
That's
history
too
class.
obvious.
What is Macklemore's birth
But now
name?
I'm dead.
Yeah. Macklemore, who's that?
He's the guy from what was it? The song about going to Goodwill?
Who picked this
He's always
one?
thrifting.
Oh, I didn't know.
One of you is still alive. Prepare for your punishment.
Ugh.
It's time for some number 5.
Oh, look at us, Mullet.
Answer
Two of the
as many
smartest
damn
motherfuckers
questions
that ever
as you
lived.
can before time runs out. All the other
I'm
players
sorry,
will
mother
be playing
flippers
along
never
too.
lived.
And if any of them do better than you, it will be painful. Let's do this. Yay, Matt! Remember to show your work. I don't know what that means, but it's fun to say. I wish we could do math all day, but time's almost up. Now we know the formula for failure. Killed by other players is probably the creepiest thing that can happen in this game if you think
Oh
about
no,
it.
we lost Ross. He was a good man.
Only one of you is
Ooh.
still alive.
I'm still
You know what
alive. Look at that.
means. Congrats on making it here alive. Now let's see if you can escape with your body.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you a category.
Nah, man. Of all the people we didn't kill Mullet,
The Jungle Book animals. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Let's see the right
what's the Burger Champ
answers.
over there
You move forward one space
bragging
for
about the
every
time he cut up a
correct
lemon
answer.
from Apple?
You're getting real close to the exit.
Ah.
Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to
I'm
help
gonna
us
steal
catch
your
up
body,
to you.
Mullet. I'm gonna wear it like a sweater.
Oh, how long do I have? Oh,
The ghosts are catching up. Sausages. That just wasn't challenging enough. Can you stay out of the shadows? And a barbaric
Come back here,
cartoon
you son of a bitch.
characters. Time is almost up. ghost is
What?
right on your tail. Watch out. Travel tiles worth 4 points or more. Anytime to... I hate it when everyone gets it right. Instagram filters.
Hmm?
Time is almost up. Uh-oh, that ghost is gonna get you. Countries containing the Alps.
I'm gonna get you.
Decision.
What's it gonna
Here
be,
comes
Mullet?
the next question. Salads that contain hard-boiled eggs.
Oh.
Hard-boiled eggs.
You killed your friend. Better get away fast. Ivy League schools.
Good God. But I had it, Bottom. I had it.
Got that ass. I mean, I got that rear end.
That's truth.
Ugh,
All
that
right.
was fun. I don't think I've ever played that before.
Yeah, that was fun. You should want to exit. Yes. I think espionage is pretty good.
Was
We'll
that
do
one to
that
go out on?
Yes, that's one we'll go out on. Espionage.
Okay, well, espionage. Espionage.
This is it. This is our last one.
All right. Good. I'm tired of you echo in my brain. I'm going to hear you all night.
Yeah, so if you could ask her to call me back at the field office, that'd be great. This is Agent Warren. Thanks. Bye. What?
W.
Why do you refer to yourself as Agent Warren?
Because it's my name.
Your first
E.
name? So, you're doing the whole one name thing like Madonna?
D.
I gotta go. Lunch plans.
You mean Ranger Rick and Fire Marshal Bill?
How do you know Warren's not my first and last name?
Because I've known you for 7 years.
Have you?
Nameplate's right there on your desk.
Is it?
I hear you.
You are so annoying.
Am I?
Ooh,
Secrets. Breathe it in.
Foolish humans.
reminder to all agents. The company picnic is this Friday. The time and
Trav,
location
we got
details
everybody?
are encrypted into algorithms
Yeah.
piggybacking on spam emails from a server promoting
All
hair
right.
loss therapy.
We'll start
We
it.
still need sporks.
Press everybody.
Flexible.
Burger.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the government, where we are always watching everything you do. Then we put it all in a document and print it out for the president. Can you believe the president still wants printed documents? We usually use it for good, but we also use it to play espionage.
Yeah.
Let's have some analytical fun. Let's start
This
with
was made in a more innocent time.
Mm-hmm. Very
I
innocent.
don't know. How about what percentage of people would rather be superheroes who shrink to 1 inch than ones who grow to 50 feet? Think carefully. You want to be as close as possible to the actual percentage to get the most points. Got it. 23%. Okay, everyone else. Time to guess if the actual percentage is higher or lower.
Ooh.
Breathe it in. Just one person says lower. Okay, let's see the
23 is
right
a good anchor too. That's tough.
Are you
64%.
serious?
Terrible.
What?
You need to be within 30% to
Ant-Man.
get points.
Oh yeah, you can fit in all the nooks and the
You get
crannies,
points.
mullet.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, you
who's
almost
up
nailed
next?
it, Rob.
Ooh, the president asked us to look this up yesterday. What percentage of people have done the wave at ball games? %72%. Everyone else, higher or lower? Breathe it in. Just one person says lower. Now let's get to the right answer. 83%. That was a respectable guess. Who got it right? Nice job. I've got some points for you. Next up.
I would have totally
Breathe
guessed
it in.
83%.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, that's what I need to do right now.
What percentage of people regularly pee in the shower?
I could vouch.
No, that's too easy.
92%. Okay, higher
Yeah.
or lower?
It's harder for
Everyone is
females.
saying lower. And the correct answer is
That's just what they want you to believe, man. They're in there tinkling.
62%. Taking 2 whole steps to the toilet does require some effort. Let's see who got it right.
I really thought it would
Some
be more than
points.
92%. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought it was like 99%. I was like, nah, let's tone it down. 92, 92. Give them some room.
We have definitive proof here at the agency, but tell me. What percentage of people believe that there are aliens out there somewhere in the universe?
Mm.
There's got to be the same number of people that pee in the shower, dude.
79%. What do y'all think? Higher or lower?
Hmm.
Breathe it in. Looks like an even split. Okay,
Does
right
seem
answer
high.
is 85%.
I believe there's
You were
too many
pretty close.
religious folk
Wait.
who would refuse to believe such a thing.
Mhm.
Oh my
Yeah, that's where you're at.
Who
Oh
got
my
it right?
god!
Well done. You get points. Okay, who's up next? Ooh, this should be fun. What percentage of people have vomited at amusement parks? %84. Okay, higher or lower? Breathe it in.
I've never seen anyone vomit at an amusement park.
Lower across the board. Okay, let's see the right answer.
Ross
Oh.
is like, dude, I have no
4%.
idea.
And about twice that percentage have been vomited on, resulting in about a 2-person coverage ratio per barf.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's about right.
Let's see who got it right. Ooh, points for you.
Ooh.
That's it for round 1. Let's take a look at the scores.
I'm so bad at this.
We all are. Except for us.
Not bad, but things are a little different in round 2. I'll explain as we go. First up,
Ross is always guessing the jelly beans in the jar,
we
dude.
collected data about everything, even this. What
Come on, Kang.
percentage of people regularly wear baseball caps backwards in public? You're almost out of time.
Not enough if you ask
Okay,
me, man.
we have a guess. 13%. In round 2, you can now guess much higher or much lower. Pick one of those if you think the answer is off by 15% or more. If you're correct, you're Mama's little angel. You get double the points.
What if I think the answer was like fucking spot on?
Yeah, could be.
It's unanimous
What if I thought that
again.
was the best
And
answer
the correct
ever?
answer is
Could be.
5%. We love people who do this. It makes retina scanning much, much easier.
Wow.
Is this thing broken? No.
Yeah.
You were all just wrong. Next up. Okay, computer. What do you have?
You're
for this
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This game came out 20 years ago. I mean, stats can change.
Yeah.
What percentage of people have more than 20 apps on their smartphones that they haven't used in over a year? You're almost out of time. 69%. All right, what do you think?
Mullets now think he's like, yeah, I have a ton of AI porn apps. I have
Mm-hmm. But again, this was 20 years ago.
20, yeah, roughly, yeah.
Time's running out. Higher or lower? Most
Oh, I
are
missed-
saying
I missed
higher,
the thing.
And Surveil says
I didn't get a chance to answer.
20%. Let's
What?
see. I haven't used my
You didn't
Talking
change-
Baby Platypus app in over a year. No, maybe it's been
Yeah, it was
9
taking a
months.
while to load over here.
Who got it right? Nice job. I've got some points for you.
20%? That's horse shit.
Okay, who's up next?
People are lying to themselves. Lying to themselves.
What should I search for in the old Surveillance Pro next? Ooh, I know. What percentage of people attended their high school senior prom? %. What do y'all think? Higher or lower? Hurry up. Most of you are saying higher. And Surveil says
Mm-hmm.
63%.
Oh no.
It was close.
Ooh, just a few percentage points off. Well done. Let's see who got it right. Here's some points. And what have we here? Ugh, I'm sorry. That answer was closer than 15%. Shouldn't have doubled down. Who's next? All right.
Yeah,
buckle
Ross.
in. I've got
Or
one.
Rob. You dum-dum.
What percentage of people prefer using iPhones over Android phones?
Oh, man. Too many. Too many.
Time's a wasting. 49%. Everyone pick.
Hey, Mullet, you
higher
think you
or
can get the
lower?
whole head of that microphone in your mouth?
Oh.
running out of time.
That's because Ross's family's in chaos right now. I
Says
didn't.
liar. Okay, right answer is.
Ross's family's responding to all the smut on TV right now. They're yelling at him.
Oh.
Turn him off.
Sorry,
He's like,
Apple.
but I'm in the
Apparently
game and I'm
people
winning.
do think different.
Oh.
Yikes. No
I
one
didn't get a
gets
chance to
correct.
answer that one either. It didn't pop up for me.
Okay, who's up next? I'm going to search for. What percentage of people have crowd surfed?
Huh.
I've never done this. I wish I would though, because I would love to be fondled.
Everyone else
In
higher
midair.
or lower?
Mm-hmm.
Breathe it in.
Everyone is saying lower. Okay, let's see the right answer. 12%. Nothing like letting
We're saying
total
that's too high.
strangers
Burger
make
Champ's
you
like, what? You guys
float on
don't
air
crowd surf
until
all the
one of
time?
them steals your wallet. Who got it right? Smart guess. Here's your points.
A whole concert? Damn you. I hate Courtney Love. Hate her.
I bet he had all of his holes
Uh-oh, final round time.
attempted.
By mining social media, we found the most popular answers to this question. If they were going to die in a month, what's the first thing people would cross off their bucket list? Let's take a look at the board. But only the top 3 answers will get you points. Good luck!
What?
Don't forget to use all 3. All right, let's see what everyone picked. Okay, computer, show us the most popular answers.
Really? Oh, shit.
I love Japan this time of year.
Let's see who's the head
Oh
honcho.
my gosh.
Breathe it in.
Yeah. I came in last. And Burger Champ won.
Congratulations!
God.
You've won a game that should
Good job,
probably
champ.
be illegal.
Ah.
Ross fell apart at the end there, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, how fun was that?
That was pretty good, man.
We'll take you back to the podcast stream, the other area. Intro. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Here we go. There we go. We did it. We did it.
We did it. You did it. Thanks for having me on, man. It was really fun.
Well, thanks for coming on. Would you be back?
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Okay.
If I'm welcome back, I'll come back. Yeah.
Well, I have to watch the footage. I have to really just kind of go through everything, and I'll let you know. But it's a maybe.
Okay. Yeah,
It's a
get
ma-
back to me. I'm happy to jump back in.
Yeah.
Whatever.
so-
Put your people in contact with my people.
Absolutely. So, again, thanks for stopping by. I'll do an outro stream. I'll do an outro, and then we can do a little bit of a wrap up on our own, just outside of the stream. So.
Oh.
So, everybody, thanks for stopping by. That's going to do it for this episode. Tomorrow, and the next week, going into next week, I will be continuing my Leaf Green playthrough as just a silent stream. And then next week, I'm going to have the good, the bad, and the ugly next Saturday of the SNES. And the good, the bad, and the ugly, 3 games. And then next month, I'm going to have E.C. Myers on. He wrote a book about a video game, so he'll be on. I don't know the book his publisher is sending me the book. So I'm going to have to read a book and then talk to him about the book.
You get Burger to read it. You can read it in 20 minutes.
Well, he listens to it.
Yeah.
David, ASL's translation. All right. Well, thanks everybody for stopping by. This was a lot of fun. I really have to pee, but we'll go into outro and then we'll wrap it up. So take care.